to the side. You'd better run and hide. More to the side. Everybody wants to stay alive. Set to the side. You'd better run and hide. More to the side. Everybody wants to stay alive. You never stop. What is your major malfunction?
Welcome to the ChabDog Sports Talk Radio Show.
Sound off like you've got a pair.
Where spontaneous sports talk, rated R.
Don't make a fuck out of me.
Host Brandon Chabner. And producer Eric the Well-Read. Bring you pregame picks with passion. With analysis from Abe Miranda.
First, I have to read you the Miranda rights.
Blixx.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Plus special guests, music, movie clips, comedy.
So fat, the blood type is red gold.
And always a little politics.
That's a bear in the woods.
Join in the fun.
Hello.
And now, here's your host, ChabDog.
Thank you.
All right, welcome everybody to another edition of ChabDog Sports Talk. We're on each Saturday from 9 to 11 a.m. or thereabouts Pacific time, brought to you by Chabner Law, serving Southern California's transactional and business legal needs and estate planning, and also by ChabDog Sports Blog for your head of your sports headlines and biting sports commentary. All right, this is the Come Together show, and we're going to have some Beatles music and hopefully promote
copyright infringement.
Promote social harmony. Well, we'll do whatever we can to stay true to the theme. But
On a served morning, we're going to promote harmony. I love it.
Oh yeah,
Inside joke.
yeah. We were kind of set straight by something this morning, but that's fine. And we need to be sharp when we come into the show, don't we, Abe?
We got to be sharp, and we all got to come together.
Yeah.
That's what that's the theme of today's show. So, nothing better than a whole bunch of dudes here in Newport Beach all coming together.
That's right.
the joke.
Got to be good looking because she's so hard to see. Come together.
Right now.
Okay, so over us, and we got Blixx in North Carolina. Nice to see you, Blixx. You're coming. You're sounding good this morning.
Really? I feel like shit, but if I'm sounding good, at least that's a positive.
Well, I don't know what kind of a night you had last night. Do you go crazy on Friday nights usually, or is it Saturday nights?
No, I'm a homebody when I'm not on the road, so it's just a rough night for me. I kept waking up. My left leg kept bothering me, and I woke up this morning at 8:30 Eastern Time, and now my left leg is pretty much dead to me.
That's
today.
pretty humane.
Very impressive,
8:30.
yeah.
Those are not Marine hours, are they?
No, Marine hour is like 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's followed by trumpets and. That's a Marine Corps morning right there. Hoorah!
Sound off like you got a pair.
Damn right. Give me some damn coffee and no water. Just the beans. I'll just chew on them. I did
Sound
that.
off like you've got a pair.
I did that. I actually did that on a hike.
there.
I actually did that on a hike one time. Just grabbed the coffee ground packet, threw it in my mouth. Here we go. Yeah,
Got
just
any,
MRE.
Got a MEREs for me?
Literally.
I have one. I have an old one. We can do a tasting. We can do a nasty tasting.
They get
Yes.
better. The older they get, it's like fine wine, they age.
I was driving in here. They were doing a peanut butter test on the radio,
Yeah.
trying to tell whether you could tell the difference between Skippy and Jif and Peter Pan and the generic brand. And of course, I never found. They went to a break after they ate it, and they never found out the answer. Do you think you can tell peanut butter apart?
Ooh. No, the only thing I might be able to tell is like if it's the crunchy one, because maybe not every brand.
No, this
does
was
the
all
crunchy
creamy.
one. That might be kind of hard.
Okay, well, we got off subject here.
Fascinating.
Yeah, good work.
So let's go right into the sports. We got a great day of college football.
Well, what about last night, though? Let's back up.
What do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about the football, the pro game?
All right, well,
You want to
no,
talk
that
about
pro game was Thursday.
last night, the
Last
Pac-12 championship?
Yes.
Kidding?
Yes. Well, Blixx, you stayed up and watched that. Didn't
Nobody talks about that. They don't even know. You don't even know what TV channel it's on.
you? Yeah, Blixx made a pick on it, didn't he?
It's played in the dead of night on Friday. What
Yeah,
do you think,
I
Blixx?
Go ahead,
mean,
Blixx.
The youth came through again, right?
oh my goodness! And I could spend the whole 2 hours of this broadcast talking about how bad this looks for the Big Ten, but I'm going to actually move away from that. But I did pick Utah to win that game, -3
You did?
points, and
Oh,
they
my mistake. Good for you.
He's been up on
destroyed
Utah.
Baylor for the second time in 13 days. The
You mean
combined
Arizona?
score.
I mean Oregon.
Oregon, yes.
Oregon.
Baylor?
Yeah.
He's
You can kill Baylor, too, if you want.
I'm sorry, I was looking at the Baylor score there for a second. My bad. But yeah, Utah destroyed Oregon for the second time in 13 days. The combined score in those two games was 76-17. This is bad.
That's pretty embarrassing.
says a lot about Oregon.
This is
and
bad.
A lot about Ohio State.
It's about the mothers of those players.
Yeah, and it looks bad for Ohio State because Ohio State got destroyed by Oregon. And they're talking about Ohio State having a inside straight kind of draw into the college football playoff as a 2-loss team. They do, but they don't, only because of how bad Oregon lost to Utah in both of those games.
Yeah. So, what else did you
embarrassing.
want to say? You're just proud of Utah? Is that
I know I could care less about Utah. I just like to throw mud
I'm
on
just
the
laughing at Buckeye fans that still think they have a chance at the college football playoff.
Yeah,
Well,
and the Buckeyes, too,
Michigan's going to get to show us how good they are with the game against Iowa. Do you think Michigan's going to win big in that game?
No, I think Iowa's going to win that game outright.
Wow, a bold prediction. He's actually going to Iowa.
I'm
Okay.
telling you, this college
I love
football
it.
season has been wackadoodle from the start. So, with Michigan
Iowa is
favored,
pretty tough. They don't have a great offense, but they're tough.
yeah, and Michigan's favored by 12.5 points in that game.
Yeah, that's too much. That's a swollen spread.
Yeah, if you want to go with Iowa plus the points with Michigan to win, that's on you. But I think Iowa actually takes away what little buzz that Michigan has for finally beating Ohio State with Jim Harbaugh as the coach. I think Iowa wins this game. Iowa, Utah, Rose Bowl game.
Wow. Wrecks the party for all the Big House people that were planning on being in the BCS. What do you think, Abe?
Well, I will tell you that, interesting enough, USC is 3-5. UCLA is doing good, 6-3. And USC, I mean, we're tied with like Berkeley on the north. I mean, that's kind of weird. Like I'm kind of weird to see USC at the bottom of the pack. You know, just like me when I was in the Marine Corps, us little guys were in the back of the pack.
Now that they've got stinking Lincoln,
right? So
they got Lincoln to come over. So
so that I mean,
make
that's
all the difference in the world.
You know, so just looking at where we're at,
But
you know,
what did you? That doesn't have anything to do with Michigan, Iowa.
no, it doesn't have anything.
So you're
to do with-
ducking the question.
No,
You don't have to answer.
Yeah, he is.
You know,
But Abe
I
did
like
bring up
Michigan.
something.
You're a
Michigan is good.
prosecutor.
Michigan's up there, 8-1. What's? I'm good with Michigan.
You're good with
Okay.
Michigan. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a ringing endorsement, but
No.
I mean, I'm okay.
I'm gonna go with Michigan.
I'm going. Look, there we go. Look, there's two going with
But
Michigan.
The spread's too big.
Thank you.
Spread is big.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's another game. Obviously, it's the Georgia-Alabama game. What is Georgia must be at least a touchdown favorite, right?
6.5.
Oh, at least, just barely, almost. It basically is a touchdown. So
That sounds risky.
That's saying I don't know. It's hard for me to do this, but I think Georgia's too strong.
Bend over here. It comes
I
again.
think maybe it's a tough game to call, but I think Georgia's going to win.
But the Tide.
I know
The Tide.
The tide is receding though.
But it came in, and it came strong.
It came in
Tide
strong.
came strongest today. And here at ChabDog Studios today, we had a little delay.
can
We
be
started 20 minutes
superstitious
past
if
the
you
hour. We
want,
were flooded
but-
out here this morning with a king tide, and it was a wonderful time. Superstitious? No, that's the sign. It's going to be take the tide. The tide rolled in. It's take the tide by 6.5. They'll do it by 60.5.
It's going to be a very
It's not
Debbie
the Tide
Harry
by
game
6.5. It's Georgia by
for the
6.5.
Georgia.
Oh,
Bulldogs.
Georgia by 6.5. Oh,
Yes.
well, okay, give the tide.
Yeah,
Easy.
You think the Tide can make it closer? Okay.
Yep.
Do you have an opinion on this
I,
conflict?
I can't believe that whatsoever. I don't think Georgia covers. I think this is going to be a 3-point game, but Georgia still wins this game and solidifies
love winners.
that number 1 seed.
Okay.
Okay.
I think they get overpowered by Georgia.
No.
What do you think?
Well, I'll go with Blixx on this one.
Diane ain't much of a living, boy.
Yeah, he's thrilled.
I was the only one. Okay. I feel bad. My son goes to Alabama, but I'd love to see him win, but I just I've seen both teams play. They're not equal. What's next? Anything else you want going on?
The game that's
football-wise?
going on right now, Baylor and Oklahoma
What's
State.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I've been reading some of the stuff. And
I
they
think
said,
Baylor could win that game, I think.
Yeah, and some of the stuff I've been seeing and some of the stuff I've been reading says that Oklahoma State dominated Baylor the last time they played. The final score in that game was 24-14.
That wasn't that much.
No, that is not a dominating game for Oklahoma State. I do like what Oklahoma State's been doing, and they got a point to prove to try and get into the college football playoff, but they're on that high right now, just like Michigan is, and I think Baylor wins this game also.
And Oklahoma State's favored by like
I think
8 or 9?
I think it's 7. Let me double check that.
7. Okay.
Thanks.
I'm going to have my power milk.
Well, we're giving free ad to
Yeah, it's-
free ad to Alta Denta.
Yeah, it's Oklahoma State by 7 in that one.
The choice of Abe Miranda.
I say Oklahoma State wins in a close one.
Okay.
So that's you know what the other thing I wanted to play for Blixx was the Georgia highlights of.
I was just thinking about that.
Going back to 1980, bring back some bad memories for you with the. Do you remember
1980
that game?
championship.
The Georgia Bulldogs beat Notre Dame and won the national championship.
I wasn't born in
We got a
1980,
great-
but I have seen that game, and yes, they dominated.
Yeah. Herschel Walker
Can you
running
roll?
wild.
Can you roll number 4 for us,
My
please?
name's Herschel, and I think we're going to win.
Charlie Daniels
so I'll
song
take
that
your bet, and
was
you're
done
going to
for
regret
us.
because we're the best that's ever been. Don't use silver britches, play your football hard. Cause hell broke loose in New Orleans, and the Irish steal the cards. And if you win, you'll get that championship and sugar too. But if you lose, the Irish will get you.
I bet Keith Jackson was doing that.
The Irish took the kickoff, and they got a quick field goal. And the Irish fans from in the stands said, now we're going to roll. And they started to run, and they started to pass, and it seemed they couldn't miss. And the team of Irish kept on playing, and it sounded something like this.
That is funny as that.
When the Irish scored, old Herschel said, well, you're pretty good, old son. But when the junkyard dog give me the ball, I'll show you how it's done. Dogs on the field, now hunker on down. How about them dogs with the battle sound? Herschel from the backfield picking out holes. Irish, can you catch him? No child, no. And the junkyard defense gives the dogs the ball. First and 10 to the Notre Dame 25-yard line. Blue gets the ball to Walker. He's going to try the right side. He's going to block.
Glory, glory, hallelujah. Georgia, lights on.
The Irish bowed their heads because they knew that they'd
Who's
been
number
beat.
2?
And
Who's
they
the
laid
quarterback
that national
for Notre
championship
Dame?
on the ground at the Bulldogs'
Is
feet.
that Rick Meyer?
Herschel said, Irish, just come on back
1990?
if you ever want to
Yeah,
try
1980.
again. I done
No,
told
Rick
you
Meyer
once,
was 10
you
years
son of a
later.
gun, we're the best that's ever been. Dogs on the field now, hunker on
Wasn't Joe
down.
Montana
How about them dogs with the battle sound? Herschel from the backfield picking out holes. Irish, can you catch him? No child, no. Super Bowl is their first national championship. It looks like the entire student body, in fact, the entire state of Georgia is on the football field. It's pandemonium down there. How about you know?
Maybe soon enough, Brandon? Okay. Dun, dun.
There's a little Dixie for you.
That was funny.
Blixx, do you know the fight song from Michigan?
Absolutely not.
No?
No? Hail to the Victors? You never heard this? Great. You must have heard this.
Also, I know the band production. I don't know the lyrics.
Yeah.
I think I'm going deaf on the lyrics.
One of the most well-known college fight songs.
Yeah, it rocks.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, those are a couple of the fight songs for today. All right, well, we can go right into college pro football if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me finish off
quit messing
the
around.
last two of the Pick Six. I think that
Sorry about that. Yeah.
I think that Cincinnati will beat Houston, but they will not cover that 10.5-point spread. And last but not least, I am going to take Wake Forest over number 15 Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh's favored by 3.5.
Oh, I'm going with Pittsburgh.
That's not the Steelers.
This is
brother.
a
That's
chance.
the
This is
University
a
of
chance for
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, the Pitt Panthers have had a great year.
Yeah, who picked Pittsburgh versus Wake Forest in the ACC title
that
game?
quarterback.
So
Their quarterback is hot, man. And Kenny Pickett, and
Look at Pickett, stick it.
I think it's time for Pitt to flex his muscles a little bit. And then the other game, what was the other game you called?
Houston and
Which
Cincinnati.
one was that? Yeah, I agree. I think I don't think Cincinnati's going to cover that. So yeah, they've been 2 weeks.
10.5 points is too much.
Yeah, well, why are they giving them that much respect? But
Good question.
I guess the pressure is on Cincinnati to win impressively, so they get in.
Exactly.
So that makes it. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go right into the pro picks then. You can play the magic music.
Yes, with pleasure. First up, we have the Buccaneers 8-3 against the Falcons, playing in Atlanta 5-6. It's a 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Newport Beach time game on tomorrow. Fox. Tampa Bay is a 10.5-point favorite. And let's see. Well, notes for the game here. Matt Ryan has been playing horrible 3 weeks in a row. Will he play horrible for a fourth week? And Rob Gronkowski is playing fantastic.
He played well enough to win the game last week.
Yeah, he's still horrible.
I don't know. I'm tired of getting burned by him.
Atlanta has failed to cover 4 of its 5 home games this season.
The Buccaneers destroyed the Falcons the last time, so why would this be any different other than they are playing in Atlanta?
And it's a divisional game.
And Atlanta does think they have a chance to salvage their season here because they are 5-6, and
they're 4
kind of close to the playoffs.
They're 5-6.
Can you imagine the Atlanta Falcons in the playoffs?
No.
God, good Lord. It would be like 1980. They were good in 1980.
Billy White Shoes Johnson and Steve Bartkowski.
Steve Bartkowski and the Alfred Jenkins, the big pass play. Remember that? Where it was a big bomb they threw?
No.
Yeah.
But you do.
Anyway,
Blixx.
Famous Hail Mary.
Is your sister taking Atlanta?
Of course she's taking Atlanta in this one. She always goes with the Falcons. And in this game,
I'm going to go with the Bucs.
It's in Atlanta, and that spread's pretty big. I'm going to go with the Falcons on this, even though I think that Brady-Gronkowski matchup is going to be tough for them to defend. And I just think the Falcons find some way, somehow, to keep it closer than that spread. I say the Bucs win, but I'm taking the Falcons and the points.
Abe, give us some sanity here.
Well, I can only give you some sanity if you are a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. If you love Tampa Bay, then I will bring you some sanity today. What can I say? Offensively, they're just a powerhouse against Atlanta. And also defensively, they have the advantage. One thing to keep in mind, when they played a good team like New England or Dallas, 25-0, 43-3. I mean, you know what? 10 points, easy. Tampa Bay.
It's 10.5 though.
10.5. You could get burned by that half point.
Point
You know
can kill
that.
you.
You know what?
Backdoor cover.
Burn me. Burn me.
Backdoor
Make
cover.
me walk the plank. I'm going to walk the
right.
plank.
Well,
Tampa Bay. You know what? I'm going to walk the plank with you.
all right. Well, I was really a little confused after hearing Blixx talks, but now that I listened to what you had to say, Abe, and I cheated, I did look at your notes, man. You got really nice handwriting, bitch. It's pretty like it.
I got pretty handwriting. I'm so pretty.
You'd be an easy person to cheat off of in high school.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to sit next to you.
Yes.
It was the right class.
Yes. Interesting enough, the people that sat next to me and are currently more successful than me because they cheated off of me.
Every letter is the same size, and everything is spaced out exactly alike. I mean, you couldn't find something different, more different than me if you tried.
Yeah, that's why I would not be a
Nobody
good.
tried to cheat off of me.
That's why I would not make a good attorney because my handwriting is so clear that
the paper trail leads in one place only.
It's bad.
Okay.
All right.
Next.
We have the Giants, 4-7. Who thought they'd even do this well? Against the Dolphins, 5-7, who are surprisingly in a playoff position. 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, our time, 1 p.m. Eastern. Miami is a 6-point favorite, believe it or not. So
Miami is really moving up
Giants
in
get to move down. I believe that Mike Glennon is going to be starting
on the totem pole.
Yeah, although maybe
Confidence
Daniel
totem
Jones,
pole.
I'm not sure. I think Mike Glennon's an upgrade.
Mike Glennon is
Mike
playing?
Glennon will be starting for the Giants. That's why Miami is a favorite by 6.
Might as well have John Lennon playing.
Mike Glennon, John Lennon.
He's going to be
Except one of those people
equally
is dead for a long
effective. This is screaming Dolphins.
You're stealing Blix's line there.
But did the Dolphins ever beat anybody by 6? It doesn't happen. They did beat the Jets by 7.
Yeah.
They covered.
Well, they did. The last game they did beat the Panthers 33-10.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they covered that.
Yeah, let's go with it. Go with the Dolphins, man.
Yeah.
Blixx?
Yeah, I got to
What do you like
go
there?
with the consensus on this one. And I'm not going to say this game screams Dolphins, but the Dolphins are heading upward while the Giants are staying stagnant. And I'm saying the Dolphins win this game easily by a touchdown or more.
Mm-hmm.
These aren't just screams. These are orgasmic screams.
Oh, jeez. Well, Abe, speaking of orgasms, Tua has completed at least 80% of his passes in the last 2 of his games with 30 attempts each. So is he going to keep coming this week?
Well, I'm gonna. I'll give you this much. I mean, Tua's got 6 interceptions, and Jones has got 7 interceptions. So I mean, Daniel Jones, it's just going to really
Tua's
come
got the
down.
second highest pass completion percentage, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
he's been very accurate generally.
He's you know, I saw him play when he played the Jets.
the
There
wrong
really
team.
wasn't so much interceptions, and again, we're playing another New York Giants team that's
Jersey.
not doing that well. I think we can get the Dolphins in for 1 touchdown, especially if they're coming off of a little bit of a confidence boost with Carolina with 33-10. And we look about how the Giants played against Philadelphia. It was like 13-7. It's a low-scoring game, so we'll see if the Dolphins are able to, keep it ahead for 1 touchdown.
Okay. So, consensus Miami. Next up we have the Colts. The Colts, which are on the next page here. The Colts 6-6 at the Texans 2-9. Texans season's over. Colts are fighting for a playoff spot tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Newport Beach time on CBS. Indy is a 9.5-point road favorite. Repeat, 9.5-point road favorite. But Carson Wentz and T.Y. Hilton, that's probably a couple of good reasons why. ChabDog?
Yeah, and the Texans fell on their face last week, didn't they?
And then, yes.
Let me down big time. losing to that other team that was no good. They lost to the Jets, right? Was that the
embarrassing?
Jets?
Yes.
And they lost by how much?
7. 21-7. Jets beat them.
21-7?
Yeah. And all of us, we had consensus.
14.
Sorry, 21-14.
Yeah.
1 by 7. Yeah, we all were consensus Texas last week.
The Colts are clearly a better team than them.
We all got messed up by them.
Colts had a bad week. They kept it close with Tampa Bay, but they didn't win. They're probably really pissed off about that. I think they're going to rip the Texans a new one. Yes, go with the Colts.
Colts. All right.
I gotta agree with you guys. I like the Colts in this game. Offensively, 379 total yards versus the Texans at 285. Yards allowed favors the Colts. The Texans look like crap against the New York Jets, and I saw the New York Jets play, and they suck. So I think the Colts have a good advantage here. We're not talking about 1 billion points, but it's. I think it's doable. I think it's doable.
Blixx,
I think it's doable.
Is 9.5 doable, Blixx?
It's very doable, but which Colts team are we talking about? The Carson Wentz that's playing like he can get this team to the playoffs, or is he going to fall flat on his face again in a game that he should win? That's why the Colts are 6-6.
Last week was pretty good, wasn't it? I mean, they really did it almost as much.
Go back.
As they
You
could.
got to look at the whole season. Carson Wentz has fell on his face multiple times in games that the Colts should win. And
against good defenses, I think. I don't think this is a good defense.
Yeah, you can scream that whatsoever. I'm stating that this game should be a easy Colts win. It should be close to a shutout, but I'm not going to bet on Carson Wentz to carry the Colts to victory here today. I'm going to take the Texans plus 9.5.
All right. You sold me. I'm coming. I'm swimming the river and coming with you.
Yes, please go down that river, please.
We're going together.
I don't mind being the only one on the island. Are you going to join me on this one?
I'm going with the Colts today. I mean, I'm with you.
Good.
It'll just be me and ChabDog on the island drinking rum.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have the Vikings 5-6 at the Lions 0-10-1. So make it just basically 0-11 for Pittsburgh Steelers.
So the Vikings are favored by how much?
The Vikings are only a 7-point favorite on the road.
It's about time for them to have a big win,
Who, the Vikings or the Lions?
Yeah, the Vikings.
Yeah, they've been starved of late. 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 a.m. ChabDog time. It's on.
Are the
CBS.
Vikings healthy?
Abe?
I don't see any of their big stars that are out on the Vikings team.
What about Darwin Cook? Isn't it Cook? Dalvin Cook?
I don't see him on the list here.
He's not even playing?
No. He's
playing?
not on the injured list.
Okay.
So I assume he's in the game here. And Jefferson as well. This is one of their wide receivers for Vikings. He appears to be in the game as well. So I don't really see anybody too. Now on the Detroit Lions side, they are missing DeAndre Swift, their running back. He's out, so that's not good.
That's their
not
offense.
Good. He's
that's their offense completely.
Yeah, I mean he's got to carry that ball. He's not going to be there, so that's a little bit of
so being
not so good for
being
Detroit
less
Lions.
Swift will really hurt them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when I look at this injury report, it favors Minnesota Vikings. Of course, they're doing really well against a really crappy team. So
This is exactly the kind of team that Kirk Cousins feasts on.
I think so.
Time.
I think so. It looks
60
like
minutes of
they're just
garbage time.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to go with the Vikings again. I picked them wrong. I was wrong last week. I might as well be wrong this week.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I took them last week too.
I didn't actually. I think I escaped that one last week, but no, I didn't.
Those damn Lions.
Those damn Lions.
It's always good for a garbage
All
score
right,
at the
Abe,
end.
you like?
Put me down for the Vikings on this.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to go.
And Blixx, we're all consensus Vikings unless you're going to change us here.
No, it's a very consistent pick right here. The Lions have no offense, and I'm not putting a single egg, much less all my eggs, in a basket on Jared Goff to cover that team whatsoever. So Vikings all the way. This should be an easy win. It should be a blowout, too.
Easy win. No Jared Goff. No way. No how. And next up, we have the Eagles, 5-7 against the Jets, 3-8. Jets have won 3 games. How did that happen, gentlemen? 3 games. Huh.
There are a lot of bad teams around, and they play the Raiders. The Raiders can lose to anybody.
I guess so. So 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS, 10 a.m. here at the dock in Newport Beach. Philly's a 7-point favorite, and Jalen Hurts.
They get rewarded with that after what they did last week.
Yes, they did. Leaving a poop in the bed.
Amazing. So little respect.
Well, the trouble is that Zach Wilson is playing.
Yeah.
And he's tied for 3rd in the NFL with 10 picks, despite playing just 7 games so far due to his injuries.
Wow, those are Taysom Hill type numbers.
Yeah. yeah. So it's pretty hard. I mean, you hate. I mean, geez, does lightning strike twice?
Anybody got a coin? Jets? Anybody got a coin?
Call us.
This is impossible.
I know.
The only thing
any game with the Eagles is impossible. Completely impossible.
How's the weather going to be? Is it going to be snowing in New York or something?
Might be snowing in New York, but it might not be in New Jersey.
Yeah. How about Buffalo, apparently?
I don't think the Eagles are going to play 2 bad games against the 2 New York teams in a row. I think that's too much of a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a nice.
Did you see the Eagles game?
It was a 6-point game.
Anybody see the game last week where they got somehow scored 7 points against the Giants
and lost by 6? Yeah.
I can't understand that game. I just can't. This is the same team that they've had some good wins. I mean, they're supposed to have an offense. Yeah,
they just didn't last week. It's divisional game. I couldn't explain it. They just looked powerless.
And Blixx doesn't want to shed any light on this.
This is must-miss television. Whatsoever.
Yeah.
But we have to talk about it. Every time you say that, I get the game wrong. So stop saying that.
And I just cannot fight in on the Jets whatsoever. I kind of like Jalen Hurts, but he has that rookie feel to him this whole season. He has some ups, and then he has some major downs. And what's the spread again?
I just figure he's going to have an up now. He had his down. He's just erratic, and why not trust the Eagles to get it done today, yet tomorrow? So yeah,
where's that coin flip? I mean, you were talking about a coin flip. Can we just flip a coin on this one? Heads it's Eagles, tails it's Jets. I mean,
but you can reverse yourself. You know, go with what you think and then reverse it.
There you go.
I have more faith in Jalen Hurts than I do the Jets, so I'll take the Eagles.
Jets. Oh, all right. Abe, you gonna flex?
Well, I will say that it looks like Jalen Hurts right now is questionable for tomorrow. That's just based on what we have. Of course, that could change. And but however, regardless, we do know that the Eagles are definitely a much better, stronger team than the New York Jets. I saw them play against the Miami Dolphins a few weeks back, and they pretty sucked against Dolphins. And this is the Eagles, so they're a little bit of a better team here than the Dolphins. So I like to take the Eagles on this one.
Even though you don't know if Jalen Hurts is not, he might be hurt.
It's still the Jets. You know, at the end of the day, it's still the New York Jets. You know, it's just, they always find a way to lose, and that's just
do it by 7. That's all they got to do is do it by 7.
Just give me one football.
Don't reverse it. Just leave it
at
Eagles.
Football. Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me a touchdown, and we'll call it a day. I think it's doable. They were able to do that against the Dolphins. I mean, the Dolphins were able to get. Yeah. They were able to
get. Eagles destroyed the Broncos in Denver.
Well, they did 30-13, and even against the Saints, it was 40-29.
I don't get it. So
they got 40-29.
They should be able to handle the Jets pretty easily.
Yeah, although they lost to the Giants last, but that wasn't okay. Good. But
did you opine on this, Eric?
Yes, I'm taking Philly.
Okay. Enough said.
Next up, the Cardinals and the Bears. Good heavens, where'd they go? There we are. Cardinals 9-2 at the Chicago Bears 4-7. Another potential weather game here. 1 p.m.
And who's playing quarterback for the Cardinals?
Kyler Murray's back.
Nobody knows yet.
Really?
The last update.
I saw incorrect information.
The last update I got was Kyler Murray will be a game time decision, but y'all don't need to even ask me who I'm picking in this game, no matter who's the starting quarterback.
I know.
Well,
he's all up on the Cardinals.
Well, yeah, exactly. You're going to do when you're
And what's the spread? Is it like 7 points?
7.5.
Oh.
Amazing Kreskin here.
Yeah. Oh, 7.5. They add a
little hook there.
A little sweetener to the difficulty of this, because that makes a big difference. That's just a cheap thing to do.
Well,
on 7.
Here, speaking of half points, Chicago has failed to cover in 5 of its past 6 games and in each of its past 4 games against teams with winning records. And it's 0-3 against the spread as a home underdog as well. So Chicago can't win despite itself. The 4 are against the spread. They're just a horrible choice here.
So Arizona's healthy, pretty much?
Well,
healthy.
Kyler Murray's not 100%.
Yeah, but what about the rest of the team?
They are, but then you get, what's-his-face, Colt McCoy, the real McCoy.
He can always come in.
Well, he will be playing if Kyler Murray's not. Blixx, what do you think? What's your gut tell you? Is Murray going to start?
I don't know if Murray's going to start. I think he's going to attempt to, and possibly the team talks him out of it. I'm betting on Colt McCoy to actually start this game, but the Bears have nothing on either end of the ball whatsoever. They have no offense.
You weren't blown away by their performance on Thanksgiving?
No.
Yeah, they didn't seem to have much. Not much of anything.
They're going through the motions. They're not actually playing NFL football.
All right, why are we wasting time on this? It's Arizona.
All right.
It's got to be Arizona.
Arizona.
AZ. Done.
Enough said.
Let's go down to a better game here, like the Chargers at the Bengals. This is a better game.
Oh.
Chargers 6-5 at the Bengals 7-4.
Will it be as good as the icy game in 1983? I think. Dan Fouts and Ken Anderson.
Ken Anderson.
Yeah, that was a sexy game, man. That was
a chilly game.
It was a great game to watch.
Chargers won
that game. A lot of drama in that game. Yes,
I think that
41-38 or something.
Very close game. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. We could only pray that this is as good of a game. The Bengals have been really looking strong. God.
Bengals are a 3-point home favorite here. So it's the 2020 draft class. Joe Burrow versus Justin Herbert here for the Pride
I think the Bengals
prize.
can do better than 3. I'll go with the Bengals.
Really?
Yeah.
You think the Bengals are the better team here, 7-4?
Well, did you like what you saw last week out of the Chargers?
No, but that's just an
pathetic.
Off week.
Absolutely pathetic,
you
Chargers.
I think we talked about
that.
Let me
down.
We talked about that, though, last week, where we were talking about, the weather's a factor, it's cold, things of that nature.
It was really cold in Denver.
Well,
it wasn't that cold.
Well, it wasn't 28-13 cold. That was the score. They got killed.
Well, they were 28-13 cold last night. That's how they're called. Well, now against this,
I know it could be different because Justin Herbert could have a good game.
He could have a good game. Let's keep in mind that against
the Bengals.
Pittsburgh,
remember who the Bengals are? They're the team that got blown out by the Jets.
They did get blown out.
Serious blemish on their record.
That is a serious blemish on their record, and then they came back against Pittsburgh 41-10.
They got blown out by Cleveland as well, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. 41-16.
So they're capable of really laying down and giving it.
They can have a good game. They can have a really bad game.
It's a perilous pick to go with the Bengals. I'm going to do it.
It is a tough pick. 47 degrees and cloudy will be the weather in Cincinnati for tomorrow, and that's a little chilly for us here in Southern California. But I also like the Bengals in this simply because they did come off against Pittsburgh with 41-10, very high scoring game. The Chargers did come off a loss, 28-13. We're looking at just 7. About 1 touchdown. Is that what we're looking at on our spread?
Yeah,
3.
it's a full 7.
7.
3. Hold on.
3. Oh, it's 3.
Field goal.
Cincy by 3. Yeah,
It's a field goal.
It's a home. Yeah.
So I'm
Team advantage.
so just put me down for the
it's 3.
Bengals at that. That's a great that's a good spread for me. I think I'm comfortable in taking the Bengals on today's game here.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Got you. I recruited you.
Okay, Blix.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Back on the island.
Very
here.
simplistically, are we going to get the Bengals versus the Steelers, or are we going to get the Bengals versus the Browns type of Bengals offense? If we get the Bengals versus Browns, the Chargers have a chance. If we get the Bengals versus Steelers, the Bengals have no chance. And Abe's sitting there going, I like this guy over that guy. To me, I think this is a makeup game for Justin Herbert. I'm going to take the Chargers +3 on this one.
You know what? It's a shame I'm taking the Chargers, too. I thought I might be the only person doing so, but okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not on an island.
No. So you and I, well, they got an island. These two constitute an island, and you and I constitute another island. So we got 2 islands here. Is what's going on here.
Yeah, we don't have the tiebreaker
Well, how many games do we have left?
Or Island has rum.
Well, we finished the morning, so it's
Okay,
perfect time
so
for us to. We'll take our break in a moment here.
Yeah, we're
We'll
at
come back and do
10
the
o'clock
afternoon.
anyway, right? Okay.
Well, we are, but
well, we're
started
cutting
a
it.
little
We're
late,
starting
so-
a little late.
we
Yeah.
started late,
Are you
so-
sure that's a good idea? We play another clip or something.
Yeah. Why don't we play a clip instead?
You want to play the baseball clips of Earl Weaver and the arguing with the umpire?
Yeah. Let's actually. I wouldn't mind a long one here.
Oh.
But
or Sonny Soprano? I don't know.
let's have a look here. Well, since we talked about the Cincinnati game. Oops.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. Let's play a little Big Man.
Oh yeah.
This
This
is a
is
reenactment, so we
well.
go,
This is the Steelers Ravens. We're going to discuss this in a few minutes.
Let's not jump this.
No, not
Hold
yet.
on a second. Let's do the Many Saints.
Oh, okay.
Just because we
this
can.
is for Frank Plumbing about New Jersey. Okay.
All right, and back to action. There we are.
All right. Well, that was where the Sopranos came from.
So that's what that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
HBO production and the Knights of Newark or what was it called?
The Saints.
The Saints of Newark.
Well, I can tell you one thing. It wasn't the Saints that played against the Cowboys on Thursday night.
No, let's have a chat about that. We hardly ever talk
It
about
was
Thursday
the
night
Aints,
football.
not the Saints.
Oh, it was the interception game of interception games of interception games. It was horrible.
Yeah, it was a nightmare if you were taking the Saints against those points.
Fortunately, I did not pick the Saints. I picked the Cowboys on that game, and good thing I did. I will tell you one thing, though.
Eric was worried for a while, and I told him he had nothing to worry about.
But you took the Saints.
I know, but I was after looking at Taysom Hill.
Terrible.
Yes.
Terrible.
Oh,
how dare you pick that horrible team?
I know. I just had the feeling that he would be better than he was. I mean, he was just not.
I will tell you one thing: if you were playing fantasy and you had the Cowboys defense as your pick, you scored some mighty points.
The defense was amazing.
It was insane with all the interceptions and everything. It
that
was
guy Micah Parsons,
insane.
He's a beast.
What's that, Blix?
The guy that I matched up against this week in my fantasy game had the Cowboys defense and got 17 points from the Cowboys defense.
That's a lot.
That is huge. You expect 5 to 7 from your defense, but not 17.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was insane. Matter of fact, I had some folks reach out to me on Twitter and actually show me they had Cowboys on their defense. It was incredible. So it was really a good game for
fantasy Greeks.
Yeah. So fantasy on Cowboys.
So fade the Saints offense. That's the theme of that.
And look, guys, we got a visitor.
Hey.
Oh, what's that? What's your boy's name there?
That is
Or
Mr.
girl,
Marco Polo.
Mr. Marco Polo.
Looks
Yes.
like a feisty Chihuahua,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, he's a Jackawawa.
A Jackawawa. Oh my God.
A Jackawawa.
That dog must have a lot of energy, huh?
No, he's
Does he
actually
like
pretty
jumping?
calm. He's actually pretty calm.
Oh.
And
He's not barking at all.
Is he
here.
nippy?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
He is,
that's great.
he's
Sweet little
he's a very people person type of dog, and
Mm-hmm.
all
I
he
love that.
demands
I love
is
that name.
your plate after you get done eating and belly rubs.
Oh, of course.
I love that name, Mr. Marco Polo. You know, I always thought if I had a wiener dog, I'd name him Mr. Weenie. You know? So just I like
That's
that. I
the
like
joke.
that, Mr. Marco Polo. He's easy to find when it's dark.
Yes.
Go Marco
Polo. Marco Polo.
Mr. Marco Polo.
I hope you have the
Marco,
name
they're
split up a
talking
little
about
bit
you.
because that's really two.
It's cute. We love him.
All right. Well,
Fascinating.
we coming up to the break now.
No, we got a little more time here, so let's get caught up on.
okay.
Abe's been on the road for 2 weeks in a row here.
Tell us about your trip and what's going on
Let's
with
go back
Barstool.
to New York.
Oh, wow. What can I say? I mean, I had an amazing trip in New Jersey. I went with Frank. I went to go visit him for Thanksgiving week. We shot a whole bunch of content. He took me to the Barstool headquarters on Monday. That was interesting. Got to see a lot of people there that I follow on Twitter. So that was a lot of fun. Got to see a few, like the rundown. I got to meet Stu Feiner.
Oh yes,
Yeah, he was just covered in like turkey goo, and because apparently he gotten this massive food thing on Barstool Advisors, and he basically was just full of just stuff. And so it was really the best way. I think if there was one way to meet Stu Feiner was see him just full of turkey goo and everything.
What do you
it
mean
was like,
turkey goo?
because they had that Thanksgiving spread.
Yeah, but he was wearing a
and he
suit.
was like swimming in the food. They had like a massive
So
food
he
fight.
kind of lost control of himself?
He does that every Thanksgiving, like during the Barstool Advisors kind of Thanksgiving show.
Yeah.
Somehow
Was Frank in the middle of this too?
No,
Frank wasn't involved.
Frank's not in that one.
No, this is Frank.
But essentially, it's usually El Presidente, Big Cat, Stu Feiner, and usually for Thanksgiving they got all this food on the table, and somehow, some way, Stu finds a way of swimming in all the food and having a massive food fight kind of thing.
I did
going
see the
on.
video with him in the pool with Frank.
He does that. He does that during the summertime.
That was a little distrang,
That was
but
from a while back.
got used to it after a while.
But we had a
Just
good time.
kidding.
We got to film a little bit of the, Frank really wanted to film some of the IKEA stuff. I took him to IKEA for the first time.
Okay,
He
no.
was kind of amazed by it, and
He'd never been to one before?
he had never been to IKEA. So I took Frank to IKEA. He picked out this 8-drawer dresser, which was a very complicated assembly.
And he had no idea.
He had no assembly, but I did tell him.
But
Frank,
he had you with him.
He had me with him. I told Frank,
yeah.
this is not an easy one, and you're probably best to have it assembled and delivered. But he said, hey, you know what? I've never built one of these. I've never been to IKEA.
So
give me the full
What was the
IKEA
procedure?
enchilada.
Did he open the boxes and you were the one that put it together?
Well, in a way, yes. In a way, no. Basically, we had, a 50-page instruction manual, and we just went at it.
Did you eat there first before you get to the assembly? When you were in,
We-
did you take him to where the food was?
I took him up to the food court to show him where the Swedish meatballs are.
Okay.
We didn't have lunch at that time because we were going to be doing something else, but he does know it's there. The nice thing about that IKEA is that it's across the street from Newark Airport, and if you're sitting in the cafeteria, there's these huge windows, and you can see all the planes actually landing and departing Newark. So it's actually a pretty cool IKEA,
Yeah.
Especially if you like planes. That was a lot of fun.
And if you like being stuck in Newark.
If you love
Watching
being
planes
stuck
from
in Newark,
Newark, I
it's
mean-
there.
Did
But
they have
Yeah.
beautiful Swedish women working in IKEA?
No.
I don't.
Not in
They
Newark.
had beautiful people from
Newark.
Newark, New Jersey, working
That's
at
why I
the
would go to
IKEA.
IKEA.
But it was interesting. We did a live stream. He wanted to live stream the
So
whole
back to
thing.
the unpacking. Yeah, you brought him in, you unpacked it. That wasn't a big deal. Where the big deal came was when you started following the instructions out of order.
Oh, we were an absolute disaster
Yeah.
in building the IKEA furniture, but somehow, some way,
It's all recorded for posterity.
14, 16 hours later,
Yes.
we
In 3
finished
parts.
building the damn dresser. We put it in Frank's bedroom. He's happy with it. Fortunately, we didn't break anything. He probably scratched the hell out of it, especially from the get-go, because he was using a box cutter to open up the boxes, and of course, he's like, he's just cutting up his he's cutting up his dresser while he's doing it. I mean, it was a big old mess. But at the end of the day, we got the job done. Got to do a few hot dogs review with him, and we also went to the Dolphins Jets game, and we also went to go see the New Jersey Devils play the Minneapolis Wild. That was actually pretty a good game. It went into overtime, went into shootouts.
Shootout, nice. Is that the
and
first time you've seen a
Devils
shootout
were
live?
really competent.
Yeah, that was now the Devils ended up losing, but in the
Wild
shootout,
were a better team.
but it was very close. It was very close all the way to shootouts, and even in shootouts, it was
Now,
good.
Did Frank wear his Devils jersey?
Well, actually, Frank actually wears the turkey. He wears his turkey shirt, and he wears his turkey hat because that one was actually the Thanksgiving game for the Devils. So it was the day before Thanksgiving. That was
And
he was
people
wearing
know
his
who
turkey.
he was?
Yes, people know who he is. There's usually people saying Frank the Tank. When we're out in the corridors, people want to take photos with him. I got a few videos. I posted those on Twitter. But yeah, I mean, even at the Jets game, we were tailgating. It was nice. We got actually invited to a really nice tailgate where they had ribs and chicken and all this stuff. Matter of fact, Stu Feiner hooked us up with this
Sweet.
amazing tailgate that apparently it's
Sounds like
they have
it'd
a bus.
be great as long as Stu Feiner wasn't there to screw it up. With
No, he wasn't there, and he wasn't
meddling
No,
hands.
he wasn't there at the
That's just
tailgate.
that's just a gig there.
But he,
Yeah.
but
Snacks.
this tailgate was amazing. They actually had a bus. They have a bus that comes from Staten Island, and they carry all these people to the tailgate. And it's a New York Jets themed bus with the Jets logo on every headrest inside this mini bus.
Did you get any pictures?
I did. Matter of fact, I had
I'll
videos,
send 'em
posted that
on.
on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Well,
And,
I'll have to check it out. Check out Abe's Twitter page.
Yeah, check me out. Check out our ChabDog Sports
What's
handle.
the handle on
ChabDog
that again?
Sports.
It's Pinky at Pinky Brain, a 1 instead of an I, and of course our handle at ChabDog Sports is at ChabDog Sports.
It's like kind of like Aaron Rodgers' handle at pinkytoe.com. Right?
At
Just go to
Pinky,
at
at Pinky, this little piggy.
Piggy. Yeah, not Piggy.
Oh, you said Piggy, not Pinky?
Oh, it's Pinky.
It's Pinky.
Yeah, it
it's
is
Pinky Brain with a 1 instead
Right.
of an I.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Which
just
eye?
search Abe Miranda.
Well, that was
We'll
fun.
find
Or Abe Miranda or ChabDog at ChabDog.
Yeah, but it was great.
See all of our content there. You definitely want to check it out.
ChabDog.com. It's got a new look. Juris Media did a great job with that. Thank you, David Juris. And, there's a lot on there, a lot to digest. Twitter on the right side, Facebook on the left side, right?
That's right. Plus our latest podcast, which is the audio of this show, and then the latest YouTube show is there as well. So it's all there. It's everything you can see.
One-stop shopping.
Shop to get all of our points.
There's no reason to go anywhere else for your sports news.
Some great information
If you
there.
want to know what I'm thinking about.
And on this show, definitely wanted to give a shout out to our production staff. Our director Mustafa,
Yes.
who without him we wouldn't
Mustafa El Shabini
be able to see anything.
Houdini of
Paradise
photography. and
It's
his
a paradise.
entourage, his brothers here, Amr. Did I say that right?
Amar.
And Suleiman.
Suleiman.
That's easy to remember for me because that Neil Diamond song.
Neil Diamond sung about
I wish I
Suleiman?
had Suleiman that song.
You're
Ever
kidding
heard
me?
that?
No, I hadn't. You're joking,
It's
right?
a great song.
Okay, that's
You
not-
will really like it next week.
And Esteban, who's our sound engineer, who's not here at this very moment, but helped
Yes,
us get set up.
Esteban
I wanna give
left.
a great shout out to him.
Did he get any of the donuts?
Did he get
They're
some
on the
donuts? Can we
table
some
right
donuts?
there.
Yes, we got donuts.
We have
Blitz.
donuts in the studio, so we wanted to thank.
You can look
who
at us
got those
eating
donuts?
them and drool. I'm sorry
Oh,
you can't have. You're not here to.
I'm
enjoy
sorry,
it
I
with
don't
us.
eat donuts.
That was Amar there who got the
I know,
donuts.
donuts
So
are
we
like-
you thank Amar, ChabDog,
Thank you, Amar.
for the donuts. So we got fresh coffee coming out here in a moment at the break.
Oh, all right. Well, we're going to
Speaking
go.
of which,
we
we
gonna go to the break?
are perfect. We're
Okay.
right at the break time. So
So we'll be right back.
Blixx has got a beer.
Little commercials and
I got my
sponsors
coffee
to support
and-
here, and we're gonna have a little. We just learned about Frank Fleming's hometown. Now we're gonna hear some Frank Pulley, the famous umpire who had one of the best strike calls. It was like a really firm knockout pull there when we struck out with him. But we'll play that clip. Maybe let's play the Earl Weaver clip. And
I got a lot of time to.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. So
a little baseball coming up.
ChabDog Sports Talk Show. Stay tuned. Go.
Killing the bullpen. So I check out the umpire. John Kibler from San Diego. You might be familiar with him. He's just real basic. He gets squares up behind the plate. He goes direct. One. You're right. One. Big Eric Gregg. We got the big guys. For a right-hander, he gets like this. And he'll go. A left-hander, he'll go like that. Frank Bully, he's another one of my favorites. Bully, he's kind of like the Rocky of the umpires. He'll be behind the plate and he'll go. And then for a strikeout, he'll go. John McSherry, Big John. John McSherry, a big man. He'll just smush him with his hand like that. Dutch Renner, my favorite. Renner, one of the all-time favorites. He's from the old school. Very vocal. He'll get behind the plate and go, strike one! How'd you tell me Dutch Renner ordered a steak in the restaurant? The restaurant he orders steak rare!
Did a decent job. Let me show you something.
Oh, wow. Here he comes.
Let me show you what I mean now. Why, the first thing you do is get right up in their face, you point the finger. Then if you can't get close enough, you turn the hand around and kick some dirt. And then if he's missed a strike, you get over here and you put dirt all over the thing. You throw the hat down, you pick it up, you throw it, and then you're so bad, you throw him out of the game. You're out of here. That's the way a major league manager
I learned something, buddy boy.
Behind the rubber. Behind the rubber. He's got to go behind. He did not go behind the rubber. He didn't listen to him. He did not. Oh, I ain't listening to him, Eddie. Oh, that's bull. Behind the rubber.
We're going to go to Michigan State here.
It is great to have potential, but to realize that potential is the ultimate.
Well, I'll tell you, until the game is over, Bill, nothing is great. If we win this Michigan game, then I'll have to say it's the greatest season of my life, yes.
You know,
we've got to go ahead and win this one first before we do any talking at all.
Yes, I'm sure that's true, because any Michigan game could go either way, regardless of what's happened before.
We won't let it go against us, but it's still, we want to play the ball game. Then we'll have plenty of time to accept plaudits, and it'll all be in the past then.
I think the thing that's been remarkable, though, to your fellow coaches, Woody, is the fact that each week this team has been able to play just superlative football. There has not been a letdown. There hasn't been any complacency at all. I think it's a great tribute to you and your staff.
I think it's a greater tribute to the youngster who plays, and although we did select him, that we'll take that credit. But it takes a quality kid to not let all this adulation and publicity get to him. They haven't done it. What we've asked them to do, they've gone right ahead and done it, and I think that's the reason they're still winning.
Last week, of course, there was a tremendous amount of pressure, and all of a sudden, you looked up on the scoreboard, and there's 28 points for Ohio State. How do you explain it?
Well, Bill, we are explosive because we've got speed. We've got speed we've never had before. The ends and Jan White and Bruce Jankowski.
Apparently, we had technical trouble with the tape that we recorded yesterday after Ohio State worked out of the Michigan Stadium, and you were hearing the comments of Woody Hayes. We'll be getting back to that in a moment.
Sorry. Our kids are They just, they accept it, and they'll go on from there.
Woody, let's talk just a moment about this Michigan team. Obviously, you looked at them on film. Sark has scouted them. You must have some opinion formed in your own mind about the team.
I try to make a policy of never talking much about our opponents. It might be misconstrued, and I certainly wouldn't want to build their confidence. And they have some weaknesses, just the same as we do, and we'll try to find theirs, and I'm sure they'll make every effort to find ours tomorrow. But they are a fine team, or they couldn't have won as decisively as they have in the last 4 games.
You know, we receive a lot of mail during the course of the season, and a lot of it's good mail, a lot of it's bad. And I
would say that most of it is good, though, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah, I think so.
I'd say 95 to 98% of the mail we get is always good.
But the one question that keeps coming up where Woody Hayes' name is involved, they say you're a man of no mercy. And yet,
you know, frankly, I don't care much what they think. I know this, and I'll put it very frankly as I can make it, that we would like to be the best team in this nation There's been talk about ours being the best team of the century, and I'm not going to hold our kids back. I will not do it to hold down a couple of touchdowns if that's what it takes by the margin of victory to show us to be truly outstanding. I will not vote against my kids, and yet we've been playing them about half the ball game the last 2 games. So if people want to feel that way, that's usually bitterness and pettiness that I don't have any time for.
Woody, are you going back to Vietnam?
I want to go back at Christmas time. There are a couple things might come up and might make it later for me in the year, but I would most like to go back at Christmas time because I think the young fellows over there would appreciate it more than at any other time.
Boy, what an armload of film you'll have this year to show.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of good film to show, as we did last year. I got out there last year very timely, right after the Rose Bowl, in 2 days, and they did appreciate it, and that's why a man likes to go.
Woody, the best of luck to you. I know you and your Ohio State Buckeyes would like nothing better to set a new all-time consecutive victory mark in the Big Ten of 18 victories, especially over Michigan.
We'd certainly like to. We'd like to, Bill. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us. Those were the comments of head coach Woody Hayes of Ohio State, which we recorded yesterday in the Michigan Stadium while his team was working out preparing for this game.
What? Are you going to put that on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I can run the ad here.
My name is Tony Asali, and I started escrow quick in year 2000. Most escrow companies are very rude to the client and to the realtor. We educate them, we're very patient with them when they ask questions, and we stretch our hours. It's not from 9 to 5, it's from 8 to 7. So we give better service and better price. That's why we've been successful. The client that I try to help is mostly the seller because he's the one that pays everything. And he needs to pay for his moving and for all the fees, all the commission. So we do discount for the seller as much as we can. That's what makes us different than anybody. My staff are very happy staff. And I believe the happier your employees are, the more successful you are. And the more happy clients that we have.
Okay. Can we get on camera 1, please? All right, you're back.
All right, we're back. Are we back?
We're back.
We're back.
The second half of the ChabDog Sports
like
Talk
Cam Newton.
radio show.
I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back on the bench, buddy.
Oh. Mr. Marco Polo, and Marco Polo has a friend, apparently.
Oh.
Ms. Kelly Bell. You see those?
What's that?
Yeah.
Some photographs there.
Yeah,
Let's
Kelly's
talk more
a
dog
rescue
talk
dog.
here.
And she's very, very skittish, so she stays in my dad's bedroom and lays on his bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured I'd...
Pick up, Blixx. Can you hear?
I will still a picture of her.
There we are.
Oh.
We're off the receiver. You can just hit the volume control on the receiver.
How many dogs do you have over there, Blixx?
Just the 2.
Thanks.
Just 2?
Just the 2 and one fat-ass cat.
Oh, I cat too.
Yeah, and one Garfield.
Pretty much.
Nice.
Can a fat cat still get pretty high in the air and jump and stuff like that?
Oh no, this cat doesn't jump. He just walks around like I own this place. You pick me up and put me where I need to be.
Okay.
Nice.
Kind of like Garfield.
Yeah.
And he's orange.
Okay.
Oh, orange, a tabby cat.
Orange tabby.
Yes.
You like that because that's like the Browns helmet, right?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, and he's
Like the
mixed with
Browns
Maine
helmet.
Coon.
Oh, Maine Coon, so he's large, very large cat.
Yeah, he's
heavy
on
set.
the smaller side for Maine Coon, but on the larger side of
What did he just
domestic.
say?
A Maine Coon. Maine Coon? A Maine Coon cat?
That's a type of cat?
Yes, that is a type of cat. I used to own a Maine Coon.
Okay, I was a little worried that was a raccoon or something.
No, a Maine Coon
You
is
said
basically
coon, and
a
I'm like-
midget tiger.
Yep. Yeah, the beautiful cats.
They must be big.
They are. They're the largest cats around. Heavy. They'll get to be 15, 20 pounds.
That would scare Bingo out of the bejesus.
Oh, yeah. Like Bingo wouldn't have a chance.
I'll never forget his blood-curdling scream when he got attacked by a cat. Oh, man.
All right,
Not
so
a
we're
sound I wanna
back.
hear
Can I give an
again.
update on this game that I picked?
Please.
Yes, please. Tell us how
Yes,
right you were.
I picked Baylor to not only cover, but to outright win the game against Oklahoma State. The score with 2:27 left in the first half. Baylor 21, Oklahoma State 6.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
They're bursting Oklahoma State's bubble. There goes the BCS for them.
Mm-hmm.
You like that, Blixx, huh?
Oh, I'm loving every minute of it. Now all I need
I just
is
thought that should happen. Baylor's been better than people think, and Oklahoma State's kind of soft.
Yeah, as long as Michigan and Alabama lose today, I will be very happy.
Because Notre Dame is in then, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. That would be amazing if that happened. Well, Michigan has to lose
Good for
to
TV
Iowa.
ratings. Yeah, we like the TV ratings. Put more money in the
Michigan
pockets.
has to lose to Iowa, which might happen, so you never know.
Yes.
You could see a Jim Harbaugh meltdown in prime time tonight. That's always a fun thing to start.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Uh-huh.
I would.
But you might. Mm-hmm.
Yes, all right.
So,
Well,
shall we finish
let's go,
the afternoon games?
Go right into the afternoon games.
Cue! Blasted machinery. In the afternoon, starting off at 4:05 p.m. Eastern, 1:05 p.m. ChabDog studio time. Jaguars 2-9 against the Rams 7-4. Rams are get this, 12.5 point favorite, everybody, 12.5 points. But the Rams enter Sunday as a 3-game losing streak, 3 games. So, I don't know, 12.5 points, but you've just lost your previous 3 games in a row. Blixx, help us.
Oh, this is an easy pick. I'm going to take the Rams to cover that because it's
Really?
going to be their, oh, wait, we lost 3 games, but look what we did last week type of game. And I have no faith in either side of the Jaguars football team. Their defense is lackluster. Their offense can't block anybody. So there is no reason why the Rams can't run the score up in this game and cover that spread easily.
You don't think the Jaguars have anything to play for at all?
Yeah, maybe their coach's life, but who's there to block for them?
Jacksonville's 2-0 against the spread.
What
as a
do
double
they have
digit.
to play for? Please,
Well, remember
please
they
advise me of that, because from what I can see, their season is shot.
The season was shot before it began, but remember. Okay.
They are professionals, though.
Jacksonville is 2-0 against the spread as a double-digit underdog this season.
Yes,
and
true.
an outright win over Buffalo as a 15.5-point underdog. And here, the 12.5. They're 3-1 against the spread when they get at least 7 points.
It's been a while since they've played a good game, though. And they've just looked pretty lackluster lately at best. They haven't looked good. I think this has to be the Rams.
Rams.
Too
All
many
right.
forces pointing in favor of the Rams.
Give me the Jags. I like living dangerously.
Ooh, you like it, huh?
I do.
Ooh, you're going to play that.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna
You're gonna
live
like
in the
this.
fine
That's
middle.
why he's a bottom.
Yeah, you're really going to enjoy it.
Bend over. What is it? What is that thing?
Rawr.
Bohica.
Rawr. You're going with the
Let me
Jaguars.
hear it again.
Man, you just
Bend
made a
over,
lot
here
of
it
people
comes
very
again.
happy. No, not going to happen today. Not going to happen. Not happening. So Rams today.
Rams?
Rams. It's going to be the Rams today, and you know, just looking at, you know, we definitely have the Rams playing a much better defense than the Jags. You know, the Jags. Again, the Rams lost to Green Bay, but the score was what, 36-28.
Yeah, there was one score, but they scored. That was a garbage field goal.
Right. So things were so it was okay. I mean, Jags lost 21-14 against the Falcons, and 30-10 against San Francisco, and 23-17. So there is room for to cover the spread. Again, Jacksonville Jaguars 0-4 when they're playing away. The Rams are 3-2 and playing the home. Of course, anything can happen. I think if the Rams even lost this game, it must be a really good bet for anybody putting in for a Jaguars win today, huh?
Getting a lot of money.
You're fucking
Yeah, you're
freaky,
definitely. I mean, if you're a hardcore Jacksonville
Eric,
Jaguars,
what's the plus minus on this one?
it's -7.
You know,
It's 48. Over under is 48.
I mean the money line.
I don't have a money line.
This is what I got on ESPN. On ESPN, it's +475 and -700.
Whoa.
Okay.
So definitely the Rams are going to have to win this today, or else
Yes.
Vegas is going to lose a lot of money.
This is a definite Rams win. I just don't see why it would even.
Not bad, huh? You could put down 100. What? You win $475, right?
On the
money line?
It says plus 450.
475.
How about this? Why don't you just take the $100
Not
bill
bad.
out of your wallet right now and light it on fire? It's not going to happen.
And burn it.
Wow.
There we go.
I guess Blix is going with the Jags. Huh?
Last word.
Not going with the
We
Jags.
will not see.
No, I wouldn't
shocker.
bet on the Jags like that whatsoever.
No urban shocker.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just willing to take the risk here.
Okay.
All right.
In Dallas, Texas.
-700.
Dallas is coming up. Okay, next up we have the Washington former Redskins, or maybe we'll just call them the Skins. The Foreskins. The Foreskins, that's
Yes,
right.
the
That's Brand likes to call them.
Foreskins.
The 5-6 Foreskins at the 6-5 Las Vegas Raiders. 4:05 Eastern Time, 1:05.
Oh, what a fascinating
You're definitely
game!
watching
What
this
a
one.
totally fascinating
This is going to be a
game.
great game. This is going to be a
I
good game.
think it will be.
Yeah, 5-6.
Because the Redskins they're playing like they're possessed.
They are, aren't they?
I mean the Foreskins.
Yes.
I mean the Skins.
So here's an interesting tidbit here.
Yes.
Defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio, remember him?
Yeah,
He's
US
Washington's defensive coordinator. He was the head
USC
coach.
fame.
He was also the head coach
He was a Raider
of
right?
the Raiders. Yeah, in fact, his winning percentage at 521 is the best of any coach since Tom Flores in 1988. Remember good old Tom Flores? They won the Super Bowl last time they beat, or he was the coach of the Raiders when they beat the Redskins in the 1984 Super Bowl in January. Played in Pasadena,
one
by the way.
where they surprised the Redskins.
Surprised. They clobbered them.
Yeah, but the Redskins were big favorites.
Oh, they were big favorites, yes.
Coming off of their win the year
Coming off,
before.
and they beat the year before when they beat Miami.
Yes, I was very depressed watching that at Yale.
We all were.
Dean Chadwin, who's been on the show, remembers that.
Anyway,
with me.
Jack Del Rio got fired, even
Yes.
despite having winning percentage, because they got to plug in John Gruden, and now John Gruden's gone. So you think Del Rio's going to want to have some revenge against the Raiders here today for firing him for some guy they end up getting rid of now?
But bet against the Raiders at your own peril.
Yeah.
Look what happened on Thanksgiving.
Well, they really laid an egg, didn't they?
No,
they won. That's right. They beat Dallas. I took them. Yeah, I won. I'm not
Yeah.
taking them this week.
You're not?
No way. Give me Washington.
What is the line?
Raiders -1. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Abe, what do you think?
Ooh, this one's kind of tough, guys. And the reason I said that is because they're both coming off of some wins. The Raiders did defeat the Dallas Cowboys 36-33. Pretty high-scoring game. Against the Washington Foreskins, who played Seattle, they did win, but it was 17-15. It was a low-scoring game. The one thing we do have when I'm looking at it is that the Raiders do have more total yards. And with the defense being about the same between Washington and the Raiders. So I can only say it's just a really tad bit favoring the Raiders on this. I would say that if I had to put a little bit of emphasis, especially it's a home game, 3-3 on home, 2-3 away for Foreskins, I'm going to lean with the Raiders. Now, the thing is it is a close, the spread's very small, so it's almost like a money line pick here.
It's money line.
I mean, so it's really just who's going to win this game is really what we're looking at.
They're probably both -110, aren't they?
They're they're close. They're all close to each other.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the Raiders on this
Take the
one.
home team, eh?
Going to take the home team. Again, close game. Good game. This is going to be a good, interesting game to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game.
Blix?
Yeah, you were asking if they were both -110. They are not,
Yes.
according to Caesar Sportsbook. The Caesar Sportsbook has Las Vegas -125, Washington +105.
Oh, I wouldn't have expected that. Okay.
Are the Raiders healthy?
Have they ever been healthy?
Plus 105.
Michael Waller, Waller, went into the game last game. He had a problem with his knee, right? The tight end.
Yes, Darren Waller did have a problem with his knee, but as far as I know, he's playing. He's not showing up on the injury list whatsoever. And I'm still going to go with the hot hand right here. And Ron Rivera's got Washington actually playing decent football. And the Raiders...
Good defense.
They have to go into a stadium that just witnessed a blowout yesterday. And now they're going to have to witness another game, except this time the crowd's not going to be pleased. I'm taking the red or whatever skins you want to call Washington.
Foreskins, okay. We'll mark you down for the foreskins then. Got you.
Sorry, Abe, I'm leaving you. I'm going to go with them.
More Mike
I guess I'm out.
I need to side with the Redskins based on the what I saw out of their defense, particularly, which Ron Rivera has their defense working right now. So
without Chase Young,
right. That says a lot. I just think there's going to be the usual loose play by the Raiders. The Redskins can take advantage of that. So I would go with the Redskins. Hail to the Redskins.
Hail to the Redskins.
Hail to the Foreskins. Okay.
So we've got Abe taking the Raiders.
Taking the Raiders, guys.
ChabDog and I are taking Washington and Blixx. You know, I wrote that
Maybe
down.
you'll be
so messy
smiling
here.
at the end of the day.
This is Raiders.
This is good
Blixx
for me.
I said the red or whatever skins.
Oh, you're taking the skins. Okay.
He's taking the skins.
Got it. Whew. Well, that was painful. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, I'm really on the island by myself on that one.
Well, now we get to go to the Ravens and the Steelers, and we've got that clip to play for them. But let's break it down first.
Okay.
Ravens Steelers 4:25 p.m. Eastern. Steelers a 4.5-point home dog. Your team's a home dog, ChabDog.
I didn't expect anything less after that game last that I didn't see. Thank God. I just watched it on the computer in horror. Just kept getting worse and worse.
So the Ravens are 8-3. Steelers are 5-5-1.
Wow, it looks like an obvious mismatch.
Yeah, Baltimore 4.5. Lamar Jackson hasn't played well against the Steelers, actually, surprisingly.
No, he doesn't.
He does not. So you got that going.
Maybe they know.
So you got that going.
He didn't have a good game last game either. The last game against the Browns, they won, but he did not look comfortable to me passing, sitting in the pocket. And he was succeeding when he was running around, and the play everything was breaking down around him. He made some great plays, but made a lot of loose passes. But the rest of their team looked pretty good. The defense certainly looked good. But they played a Browns offense that was kind of dead, and Blixx admits that.
Exactly. I will completely admit
this is
the
great.
Browns.
You guys go with the Ravens. I totally support you.
I will completely agree with you saying that the Browns' offense is stagnant, and it has been for a couple of weeks. And this is even before the OBJ trade. It's just been stale. But what has actually happened in the AFC North, the Browns' offense stalled, so did the Steelers' offense, and so did the Ravens' offense. It's like the coronavirus spreading through the AFC North as far as offensive stagnance. So, in this game,
It's
really
the
think...
AFC North variant.
Yes.
Exactly. Brand new variant of Corona. It's the AFC North variant. But which defense is going to make that one big play in this game? I think it's still going to be low scoring, somewhere in the 17-14 range. And
So that means the spread could be in doubt.
yes, the spread is very well in doubt, but I really think that Lamar Jackson's running ability is the difference in this game. But the Steelers' can actually cover this. Ravens win, Steelers cover. Give me the Steelers plus 4.
Okay. So you're going to go backdoor here.
Yes, I'm going backdoor cover on this one all the way.
Jim Morrison, backdoor cover. All right.
Backdoor cover.
He's got Pittsburgh, Abe. You gonna like someone to take some of that backdoor action?
Damn, this is a tough one too. This is tough.
You just keep going with the Ravens like you've been going with the Ravens. Don't let anybody tell you differently.
You're not the one wearing the Ravens jersey every other week.
I'm like Dustin Hoffman in the clip that you're going to see where he's telling General Custer something, and General Custer says, "You're just telling that to me because you want me to think that's what you want me to do, but you really want me not to do that."
You know, this is a tough one. This is a tough game.
Ravens.
This is a tough game. Yeah, this is tough, and I'm going to go with the Ravens again. So
okay.
Put me down. Put me down for the Ravens.
I bullied him into it.
He bullied me into it. That's fine.
Yeah,
he's going to disobey you right from the start.
Okay.
Now, can I mark you down for your own team here?
I'm going to go with yes because I think they will keep it close. They have to. This is Tomlin's last stand. This is it for the Steelers.
Well, it is, but not for him. He's going to keep his job for his.
Oh,
forever.
you do? You think so?
Tomlin's never getting fired.
I'm getting rid of him.
There.
If they don't make the playoffs this year, I am getting rid of him.
You're not Art Rooney, though, are you?
I'm going to make Art Rooney see the light.
You're not a bootlegging alcoholic Irishman.
Yeah, see, ChabDog doesn't realize that they have a very old quarterback that can't move and wants to get rid of the coach instead of the quarterback.
They have to do something about that, too.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll have a good game. I think he knows he's got to get rid of it. He certainly can't hold it anymore. So I think the Steelers will score. I think
he wears a diaper for that.
They could score like 20 points today.
He needs to relieve. He needs to
2017 Steelers sounds to me like a good score.
You don't think he takes a leak in the diaper? Yeah, you know Ben does.
You can go ahead and play the.
Oh yes, clip. Now it's time for the clip here.
This is from Little Big Man.
Yeah, you caught up on
This is all about reverse psychology.
So this is you think somehow this
getting
connects
massacred, either which can happen today.
Okay, let's roll. Camera
4. This is the actual massacre.
So which one's Cincinnati and which one's Pittsburgh?
That's the question.
Which one's the Ravens?
I think it's Pittsburgh's or the Indians because Cincinnati. Baltimore thinks they're just taking a nice stroll into Heinz, and it's all going to be easy and enjoyable.
And they're going to be playing catch up.
The Steelers are waiting for.
Yeah, that was
converging on all sides.
That was a joke, Baltimore rolling into Heinz Field and playing catch up.
You never played Custer in this scene?
He looks familiar though.
Yeah, he was. It's Richard Mulligan.
Why does he dress like Colonel Sanders? I mean, that he really stands out on that.
He had long blonde hair and I think a goatee.
He really stands out there wearing the all-white suit.
And here's where it gets good.
Good. Messy.
The soldiers started. I think they shot their own horses to hide behind him.
Nope.
Oh, jeez.
Custer's. Yeah, this wasn't good for Custer. His little bighorn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, definitely.
Went on for about an hour.
Yeah, 60 minutes it took for Pittsburgh to kill the Ravens.
Can't wait till tomorrow.
Holy crap, it looks like the Browns running game.
Young Dusty. Yeah.
Look at me.
There's the Browns coach. It's kind of Browns colors. It's got the orange tie.
Yeah. See? Now he's all dirty. His suit's all brown because he wanted to go to war wearing a white suit.
I know all about that, Major. Don't try to tell me my business.
I wonder how much time they spent on their facial hair.
I know that's good facial hair, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like sorry guys, the battle's got to be at 11 a.m. because I got a mustache to trim.
Maybe I should try to grow one like that. I'm not growing like that.
We have mustache time.
Blonde hair.
8 a.m. to 10 a.m. is mustache trimming time.
Thinks he's protecting himself.
Well,
I love that. That's hilarious.
Dustin Hoffman again.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Never seen him bleed like that before.
Running out of ammunition. I told him this would happen, but he just sat there in the White House and laughed at me. Goddamn.
See, he's a big target. I wonder why they haven't taken him up by now.
I mean, he's just standing out there.
Yeah.
Sometimes weird things happen in Dallas.
Just
But we'll find him eventually.
Oh, good. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, no.
He's having a look at he's showing him his pocket watch. He still refused to kill him.
Apparently, he was one of the last one left, or maybe
guy's
the
getting
last
scalped.
one.
That's
It's not
exactly
scalping.
what happens
He's a
in
scalper
battle.
right now.
You have one guy that makes chicken standing there in Cleveland Browns colors screaming, and nobody touches him.
Why you shut up?
Mr. President, you're drunk.
Drunk? No,
You can't have a man like you in the White House.
Like you in the White House.
Yeah, he's pretending that he's talking to Grant.
All right.
He loses marbles?
Yeah, he lost his marbles.
Oh.
Well, don't waste a bullet on this guy. Oh, there we go.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
They did get him. Yeah, Richard Mulligan was in Soap, I think.
We got 2 bullets.
You remember Soap? Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
that guy.
Yeah, so that doesn't look like him at all. Oh,
Oh.
we killed Dustin Hoffman anyway.
Oh, Hossman's gone, too.
I thought he survived this.
Nope. Well, unless he... No.
Nobody.
Maybe they left him for dead or something.
So they picked him up now? What are they going to do? Take him somewhere?
Bunda. The Bunda?
No.
With a dead body.
They're going to...
Necrophilia by Bunda.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
He's already dead.
They scalp everybody. Don't
Wait
they?
a
Can't Bunda
minute.
him to death because he's already
They
dead.
already took him.
That's
They
what
took
happened.
him.
Did y'all not
What
take?
makes him
Alright.
so special?
Y'all didn't take history class?
I don't know why they
The
took him.
Indians
Teach
did
Bundy in
not
my class.
dispose of anything. They used everything for tools and food and everything else. They
Wow.
cut them bodies up and cooked the meat and used the bone to make new bow and arrows. Yeah.
Jeez. Sourceful.
So creepy.
Grizzly.
Carrying around the dead bodies.
Yes,
of
very
your adversaries
creepy.
in the north. Okay.
Ooh.
Well,
yeah, it would have been a pile of
I think
bodies
the
there.
Ravens will be leaving in body bags.
It's a
but,
deterrent not to start a
they'll
war.
be their own
don't
body
you see
bags.
the symbolism there? You make war so horrible you won't ever want to wage it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can take
That's the way to
your
make war.
opponent's bodies away and yeah, we don't want to fight like that. Horrible. All right, so we're all well. Abe, you're taking the Ravens.
I'm taking the Ravens.
The rest of us are somehow on Pittsburgh's.
Okay.
Okay, it's all right.
Next.
It's okay.
Pick with
It's
your
all
heart.
right.
Pick with your heart.
Okay, then the last game of the afternoon, the 49ers are at the Seahawks. Seahawks, 3.5 points home dog to the Niners. Wow.
Why does that surprise you? It should be more like 10.
They've pretty much given up.
The
Pete
way
Carroll's
Seattle
given
plays,
up.
oh my God.
Jimmy Garoppolo's playing really well.
That is a train wreck.
Yeah,
right
only
there.
3.5. Yeah,
I think that's got to be 49ers all the way, baby.
You don't think the 12th man can do
Of course,
anything to
I get them wrong a lot, but
these two?
nothing's wrong with the 49ers right now, right?
Nope. They're solid. Abe, do you have any reports of injuries on the Niners? I don't have anything glaring anyway.
I'm just looking at some of their. They've got 2 running backs that are out. Alex Collins and Rashad Penny are out.
But they got Samuel, right? He's playing.
Yeah, they got Collins in there. Russell Wilson. And Samuels is in there.
No, okay, we're talking about the Niners.
Yeah, for 49ers, it looks like everybody's there except for their running back, Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon's out.
Okay.
No Sermon.
No Sermon. But I don't see anything that's too
this is a
significant in
Saturday
the
show.
injury report.
This is a
No
Saturday
Sunday
show,
sermon.
so there's no sermon. It's all right.
There is no sermon,
Yeah.
but I will tell you, as far as offensively, San Francisco does have the advantage. Also defensively,
just a slight advantage.
Also defensively, this is an NFC West game. San Francisco is 6-5 versus the Seattle, which is 3-8.
It's 3-8.
3-8 for Seattle.
Yeah, that's a real disgrace, and they're going to be 3-9.
And they just, one thing to keep in mind is the 49ers just beat the Vikings, which is a really good team. And
they beat the Rams. They killed the Rams.
They did kill the Rams, and of course
going
they
on
also
there.
killed the Jags, but I don't even know if that really counts because it's the Jags. But The Seahawks not looking too good. They've lost at least the last 3 games. Lost against Green Bay 17-0. Lost against the Cardinals 23-13. Lost against the Foreskins 17-15. I'll go with 49ers here. What was the spread today on that?
3.5.
Oh, that's a very small spread. This is like a money line game.
That's a gift from
this.
God.
This is just saying, hey, dude, 49ers or Seahawks? Who's winning today? Place your bets. Place your bets.
No, it's just
Put me
3.5
down.
is that, but okay.
Put me down for 49ers.
I'm excited.
I
I'm
like
excited.
this.
We're all on the same
What
page.
was
Oh,
a
no, I
field
don't
goal
like this.
plus?
We're all taking Niners too?
Yes,
Uh-oh.
we're all
I
united.
gotta get
Blixx?
United we stand, united
Yeah.
we fall.
Does it scream?
The money line is Seattle plus 145, San Francisco minus 170.
Yeah, so
Which-
there's a little advantage
close.
there.
That's
It's
close.
definitely more
Yeah, but-
sentiment trying to.
Three.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the
dissuade you
matchup
from
predictor
making
says
these-
San Francisco is going to win this game
75.
51.9% to 47.8%.
What?
And
Wow.
How
I
could that
think they
possibly
are
be?
completely full of shit on this.
Why?
It's Niners all the
Yeah.
way, and this is another one of those games where it
What have
could
they
end up
freaking
in a
done
blowout
Seahawks?
with the
Nothing.
49ers walking away with a win.
Yeah,
Okay.
Niners.
I
Which means that Seattle's probably going to win now, and the 12th man's going to be eating our lunch
the
tomorrow.
12th man is going to be. You're going to have.
Don't worry. I'll call an ex-girlfriend of mine in Seattle, and I'll negate it.
Yeah. We want to be winners.
Let's remember who they lost to.
We
The
want
Foreskins, 17-15. I mean, the 49ers beat the Vikings 34-26.
Yeah, that was last week, baby.
And that's a pretty tough team. I would think the Vikings are a better team than the Seahawks.
Definitely
that
a
was a
better
massive
The
team.
Niners are looking
Right,
better
and-
than that
and-
sprinkled donut.
I mean,
I don't know what you
Okay.
heard, Abe, but I took the 49ers.
good. Yeah, I know.
You're just jumping on the bandwagon.
I'm just. We're all just
crushing the bandwagon.
I'm just happy to not be on the island anymore.
Okay.
It's good.
Well, it's time for Sunday night football.
Oh, Sunday night.
Yep, 8:20 p.m. The Broncos are playing at the Chiefs, so it's a AFC West game. Broncos at the Chiefs. Chiefs are a 9.5-point home favorite against Teddy Bridgewater
Oh,
and the Broncos, who are traveling into town.
it's not Drew Lock.
Drew Lock?
He
the heck
was
is
playing
that?
last week, I
Drew
think.
Lock. No.
I don't know. Something happened to Bridgewater.
The agony of defeat.
Yeah, well, he's back.
He's back.
So we can see Bridgewater get bumped around.
I
I
don't
don't.
know.
I,
It's a lot
okay.
of points.
Blixx.
A lot of points.
Let's start with you.
The Broncos' major
defense
concern
is
here is Melvin Gordon's going to possibly be out. He's listed as doubtful, which means I'm going to take it as he's not going to play. And I've not been sold on the Chiefs this year whatsoever. And the Broncos' defense has really played well since the trade of Von Miller. And that spread, that
That's
spread is
interesting.
really huge. I'm going to take the Broncos in this one.
Yeah, 9.5. It's tempting. It's very tempting. Abe, are you tempted to fight the spread here?
Ooh, that's a tough one because the Broncos are good. I could see them even winning this game out of just because the Kansas City has been kind of interesting this season.
Stagnant.
But I think one thing that I just keep in mind is that the Broncos did beat the Chargers. The Chiefs kind of barely beat the Dallas. I don't see. The only thing that was a big spread, like a big blowout, was against the Raiders back in November 14th.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Chiefs may have enough to cover the spread here against the Broncos. So put me down for the Broncos in this game, just simply because I think the spread's a little too fat for the Chiefs.
Puss.
What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What do you think?
I think you're making a lot of sense.
Oh,
really?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah. Broncos
Take it away.
have performed well lately, and the Chiefs, I don't know. They haven't been really worthy of that kind of a spread, I think. It's a lot of points, and Denver's going to
just remember, ChabDog, you punked out Abe for following my lead, and you ended up winning one game. So just think about that.
Which game are you talking about?
It was like 2 weeks ago where Abe was like,
He's
I'm
talking
going
about
with
a game
Blixx.
I won?
Yeah, and you ended up winning the game. I forget the
game.
And Abe kind of follows my lead on this stuff, so rethink what you're thinking
but
about.
I give Abe credit for this too. I mean, he said a few things I think that pushed me over the edge on this, but I give you credit too. So, put me down for the Broncos. I don't care. I'm going with my bad instincts.
You obviously don't care.
If I was going to break your balls, I'd tell you to go home and get your shine box.
Yeah, the Chiefs are at home. They're going to be showboating tonight. They're going to expose Bridgewater for the fraud that he actually is, and that defense.
Fraud.
They're going to try. That's not going to succeed. Travis Kelce's going to catch like 1 million touchdowns.
Fraud might be the Kansas City defense.
They're going to run. Okay, hey, well, yeah, they're not great, but they'll be good enough tomorrow night.
I know they've had their moments lately. Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Well, this takes us all the way to Monday night, all except for Abe.
All right.
No? Okay. Let's do it. We have the Patriots at the Bills.
Oh, that's another good.
Monday Night Football, 8-4 Patriots against the 7-4 Bills. Who expected? It's 8-4 and 7-4, almost identical records here at this late in the season, Week 13, by the way. Odds courtesy of DraftKings Sportsbook, by the way. Buffalo has covered each of its last 5 games in the month of December or later, and it's 4-0-1 against the spread in its past 5 games against AFC East opponents. I don't see why it's going to be any different on Monday night. Give me the Bills to put the Patriots back to where they belong, which is somewhere else in the division, not at the top. Brandon?
Okay, well, I don't want the Bills. I want Bills Patriots.
You want
That's
to
what
win.
I want. I want Mac Jones.
Mac, yeah.
I want a Mac Jones jersey. Another number 10 for my collection to keep in the closet next to Slash.
Mm-hmm.
And Patriots have been playing better football than anybody else for the last 4
rolling
weeks.
tide quarterback.
And yeah, the Bills haven't looked good last week, but I think the week before they didn't look so good, and they barely beat Jacksonville. I think this is going to be a little bit of a shocker, and the Patriots win this game by, I don't know, low scoring, low margin, probably 4 points.
Okay.
2 points. I don't care as long as they win.
Bills win by 2, and
I'll take, and it's a 3. Is it a half point
3.
there?
No, it's a solid 3.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't matter.
You're taking the Patriots for the upset. Yeah. All right, Abe.
All right, I can tell you it's going to be a cold as hell game. It's 36 degrees, possibly snowing. It's going to be ugly. I like the Buffalo Bills simply because they have just a slight better offense than the Patriots. Although the Patriots have done great. Their last 5 games have been amazing. They've won a lot. They're at the top of the AFC East. There's a lot here, but there's also not a big spread. There's a very small spread.
3.
Yeah, so can the Bills do it for 1-3 field goal plus a little bit more? Put me down for the Bills.
11. Bills, yeah.
All right,
I like it.
This could definitely be a push. Blixx, you're the last voice on this.
Oh yes, and I've got a massive voice on this. The Bills have not played up to potential whatsoever, and 2 years ago, when Tom Brady left to go to Tampa Bay, Bill Belichick said, the Patriots are not Tom Brady. The Patriots are the Patriots. And he got his quarterback this year. That guy, Mac Jones, is going to win Rookie of the Year, and he is going to take over this game. Bill Belichick knows how to play in cold weather. He knows how to beat the Bills. He knows how to beat Josh Allen. Give me the Patriots.
Yes, he does know how to beat them, doesn't he? How many in a row have they? They've won a lot of games against the Bills in the last 5 years. Despite the fact the Bills are very generally good.
Yeah, I think it's.
I thought they've had a good success, but okay.
Yeah, well, you forget last year it was Cam Newton. So.
Yeah.
Forget last year.
Yep. So I think we have a tie on that one.
Well,
2-2 deadlock.
We'll see how you and Blixx do there.
Yeah.
We're all doing horribly anyway.
Okay.
All right. That wraps us up.
Wait,
it?
I forgot to say these words. This game screams Patriots.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. I feel good. I got my Patriot red on. Sometimes I wear red. And it's definitely not for the Chiefs this week. Sorry. Well, how much time do we have left?
12 minutes.
Yeah. About,
12 minutes?
Yeah. 12 minutes.
Well, we didn't talk any basketball at all. The Phoenix Suns have some kind of ridiculous winning streak right now.
Don't put me to bed right
19
now.
Games. Well, some people out there like basketball, so I'm just going to mention
there is some people like NBA, other people like college basketball. And if you want to talk basketball, why don't you talk about how bad the North Carolina Tar Heels destroyed the Michigan Wolverines? See,
in
you know
basketball.
nothing. In basketball, yes.
Oh, well, that's all nice and dandy, but is anybody paying attention to the Carolina Tar Heels right now? What is their ranking? Are they in top 10?
We were not in the preseason. We lost back-to-back games to top 5 teams and got dumped.
Yeah, Duke's good, of course, but I think they lost to somebody recently.
Yeah,
So
they got beat by Ohio State.
Yeah. The Ohio State. The team that I saw that I was really impressed with, I was impressed with Gonzaga. And Chet, they have a guy named Chet something, 7-footer, who's got long arms. He looks like a praying mantis.
Yeah,
praying mantis.
Gonzaga is a...
Have you seen that guy?
A group of 5 team, but Mark Few has stayed there through the course. He's lost national title games, been to Final Fours and everything else, but he's stuck through it. And he is one recruiting machine. And Gonzaga, even though they're not in the Power 5 conference, is a major force to be reckoned with.
Oh, yeah. They're always now at the top, and they should stay there for most of the year. I don't see why they would move around too much. The other good teams are Kansas and who else is highly ranked? Well, Duke was way up there, but now they fell a little bit.
Yeah,
anyway,
well,
college basketball. Yeah.
This is the farewell tour for Coach K at Duke, and them boys are going to play their asses off. I really, because I'm a Tar Heel fan, I really don't like that team from Durham. I respect Coach K and what he's done there. 5 national championships.
Yes.
There's only 2 other coaches in the history that have more than him. And this is his farewell tour. If them boys don't win a national title, they're going to come damn close.
Okay. I think we've basically... any updates on the college football games right now you want to go into? Anything going on that we should know about?
The only game that I picked on that's going on right now, Baylor's got the ball, and they're up 21-6 over Oklahoma State with 12:04 left in the third quarter.
Oh, that game's far from over. The other games start later today, I guess.
Yes.
You'll play some... did you play Frank Cayendo already? A little college game day?
No, we haven't. Exactly. Not done.
I think that would be fun to do a college game day clip with Frank Cayendo, who does some of the best impressions I've ever seen. You ever seen any of his work, Blixx?
We all know Caliendo, don't we?
I don't know. I don't know if he's seen him or not.
Let's roll camera 4, please.
Caliendo. Now, which character is he walking off the bus? I have no idea.
He lost a little weight here.
I want to hear. I think this is going to be epic. I want to hear Gruden. Yeah, of course. You got to hear
Gruden.
Gruden.
Yeah, I want to hear Gruden.
Yeah, he does a great Gruden.
It's not politically correct to do a Gruden anymore.
We're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati.
Todd. This is blowing my mind, man. Amazing show so far. Probably trending.
No, he's active. No, he's inactive.
I actually broke the space-time continuum.
Dickie, this is harder to navigate
Chris
than a
Berman.
Marshawn Lynch press conference.
And there he is, our friend Frank Caliendo, who joins us now to find out about the upcoming shows. Give me a little Morgan Freeman about what we're doing.
Ah, yes. As I entered the stage, ready to begin this college.
Isn't that good?
ESPN, nothing was better than meeting young Chase.
I'll tell you what, man, Chase, he does a tremendous
Gruden.
John Gruden face, man. If I have Herbie call me one more time on my cell phone and say, hey, call my son is John Gruden. He does. I get calls from Herbie throughout the year.
You called my man here.
He does a tremendous job, man. I came in. I thought it was John Gruden, man.
Let's start making some Al Pacino.
Let's take a look here. We got Michigan against Michigan State. This is a big one. Michigan, undefeated. They're going to stay undefeated. I'm going with the Khakis.
Charles Barkley.
I think that it's going to be a very easy game for my guys.
So
You're
good.
going to have to be a knucklehead to pick against all that. Don't be a knucklehead, Lee.
No, I won't.
Be a knucklehead.
I'm going with Tennessee.
Gruden. I'll tell you what, man. I met my wife in Tennessee. Get any better than that? We're going with the volunteer. I'm Peyton Manning, man, the sheriff. I don't even know why I call him that. Tennessee, man.
The sheriff of Manningham.
Tennessee. Hey, I'm telling you, listen, that was tremendous. It's like, I played for Gruden.
I know.
I close my eyes, I think he's on the stage.
He does
ridiculous.
He does better Gruden than Gruden.
Exactly.
You ever see him strike a Heisman pose, man? Does it every day.
I think
Every single day he's eating cereal, striking a pose. Cereal, man. You can't eat corn flakes striking a pose. That's ridiculous, man.
What do you say, Mel Kiper?
Talk about that tremendous pick. We look at everything that they're going to do, and I'm going with Florida to beat Georgia. It's going to be a big game. You'd be hard-pressed to tell me otherwise.
Good pick for Corso.
Not so fast, my friend. Not Clemson. Who did you pick?
Corso. He's doing Corso.
Give me a second here. Wait, I gotta. Wait, what were we? Give me a second to take. I gotta take a nap here. I'm back. Where's my pencil? I haven't seen it. There it is. That's the biggest. That's what. That's how you pick winners.
He's killing you. Frank Clemson. He's going to make it. He's good.
I gotta go. I could have gone Lou Holtz with Notre Dame. That's what we're talking about. Finally, I recently. You know what we're saying. I don't care what Mark Bay says.
I really miss Lou Holtz. I miss him.
Oh, man. President Bush.
Well, they say don't mess with Texas. But today Baylor's going to, and they're going to win.
Not so fast, President Bush.
Wait a second.
Not so fast. What do you think, Coach Madden?
I mean, you think of all the teams that are
This
playing
is
today
a
and all the
masterpiece.
teams that aren't playing today, and the only teams that you're picking today are the teams that are playing. I'm going with Oklahoma State. Boom, there you go.
Oklahoma State. Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, no.
I have to say that there's a tremendous amount of energy here going on in this crowd in Utah here today. The exuberance, the execution of the Utah Utes. But I have to digress. I love Joe Williams, 500 yards in the last 2 games, and he is a friend. And when I say he is a friend, that means that I've watched him multiple times on video while in my own kitchen. But I have to go. Mr. Washington.
Already did.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's on fire right now. Frank Caliendo, Coach Corso.
There's nothing like this.
A lot of fun. Chase, give me your Gruden look. There you go. Okay, a little Trump look now.
Everybody was doing Gruden back then.
All right.
Gruden was hot.
Well, ChabDog, we're at that time
All right.
of the show. We got that in, so let's wrap her up. And,
All right, we got to end this party now.
and get some final thoughts from everybody.
Well, it should be another great weekend of football. That's all I can say. And let the football rain down hard in early December and let's get in as much of it as we can while it's going. And have a great week, everybody. Thank you, Abe. Thank you, Blixx. Eric did a great job setting this up. And thank you to the production crew, including Mohammed and Esteban and the soon-to-be
Mustafa, Mohammed here as well.
Amr and Suleiman and is it Justin? All right, I got it. How about all those names?
Mustafa.
Big applause to everybody behind the scenes that I never see.
Mustafa.
See, you have both N words.
Yeah.
They're both
I know the difference, though. Okay. I have a client named Mohammed, so
all right.
There we go.
Kind of get mixed up.
Blixx?
I know, ChabDog, you normally do the final thought, but I witnessed something yesterday. I watched a video of Stephen A. Smith stating how he felt about Marcus Freeman being the new head football coach at Notre Dame. And I completely disagree with the way he done it.
Explain a little bit about that, because I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, and this might get me... Well, this might get me banned really quick, but he turned it into a racial thing, and yes, I applaud that there's another black coach in college football. Most coordinators do not get looked at, especially if they're people of color, as head coaching position people, and I applaud him for bringing that up. But he brought it as a thing of color instead of the Notre Dame football team actually went to the AD and said they wanted him.
Right, because he's such a good coach.
Yes, and he has only been at Notre Dame for 1 year. The entire football team went to the AD and said, this is the guy we want to take the place of Brian Kelly. And Stephen A. Smith took it as a racial thing instead of finally a football team spoke their words and their words were heard.
Okay.
I like your take on that.
That's an important point. Yeah, it goes to the worth of the individual that's being promoted.
Well, and the value of the team in recognizing that worth, as opposed to just some empty. Well, it's Stephen A. Smith for you. You know, he's there to generate controversy.
Okay, Abe.
And Abe.
Thank you, Blixx, for that.
Thank you, Blixx.
Thanks. Shout out to the cheapies out there, and of course, always excited for a nice Saturday. Saturday's always for the boys here, so it's always exciting to see you guys. And of course, got a shout out to the Sea Kracken for not being complete total last place hockey team, 9-13-2. Not bad, guys.
Yeah, that's almost a decent record in hockey.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
For an
expansion team, you know, I'm not saying.
Well, it's not the Avalanche.
We could be the next.
No, we're not there
We could be
yet.
the next Golden Knights, couldn't we? Maybe.
Well, we never know. We got to see how the season plays out for them. But so far, it looks like they're starting to get kind of in their groove here. So,
well, in a week, gentlemen, and our fans, the ChabDog fans, when we could have been talking here about COVID variants or threatened war with.
We talked about
Taiwan,
the AFC North variant,
or the AFC North, or abortion.
Yeah.
We got a chance here to talk football.
Yeah.
And so I'm so glad that we could, and thank you so much. And we're gonna
go out with some Abbey Road. This is off of the. We're gonna play the medley.
Are we?
No.
Are we back to the main camera? Are the mains working? But where'd the cameras go? Okay. That's funny. Well, let's. At least we can hear the music anyway.
Can we play the music? They're not going to hear this, though?
Sing everything.
I hope everybody hears this.
Oh, they'll hear it. Sounding good. Goodbye, everybody.
This is the best Beatles music, I think. I love this song. This medley, this whole medley is great. Abbey Road. I was going to do a picture. You know the picture of the Abbey Road picture?
Yeah.
Those four guys walking across the street.
Yeah. We should do that here.
I was going to do that with ChabDog.
We should.
And I was going to have my idea is to replace Ringo with Bingo, and I'm going to have Blixx riding him.
What an epic photo that would be.
Wouldn't you like to see that? Bingo proudly strutting across the street with Flicks on his back. You can be. I'll be John Lennon, and then Eric can be McCartney, and you can be George Harrison. Just grow a little more facial.
I'm going to That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Get back home. Once through the rain. Get back home. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry. And I will sing a lullaby. Boy, you're gonna carry that weight a long time. Boy, you're gonna carry that weight a long time. Oh yeah, all right. Oh, you're gonna be in my dreams tonight. And